Hi, my name's Manisha, and today we're going to work on a yoga pose that's going to be really good for doing before you go to sleep. I feel like it is the best pose that you can do before you go to sleep. So when you're ready, let's go ahead and start. I'm going to show you by coming onto my mat. I'm going to get my hips real close to the wall. So you will need to have a wall close by. And you're going to lower all the way down onto your back. And if you need to scoot a little bit more, you can. You want your hips to be really close to the wall. So you don't want them so close to the wall that your hips are going up into the sky. You want your hips down on your mat, but you want them as close as you can get them to the wall as possible. Feet come together. You can take the palms, draw them to the belly. You can draw them out to either side. You can keep them real close to either side. You can draw them on the thighs, whatever feels good. And draw the elbows in towards your body. Draw the shoulders down and back. And take a moment here just to close the eyes. So this pose is called Legs Up the Wall. And it is really one of my favorite poses to do before going to sleep. And when you're doing this pose, you want to think about the entire lower body. So the entire back of the legs falling heavy into the wall. The heels dropping heavy into the wall. And simultaneously the back, the shoulders falling deeply into the ground below you. And we'll just be here for a few deep breaths. And you can keep the eyes closed. And again, like I said, this is my favorite pose to do before going to sleep. I even teach it to my kids, and they love to do this before going to sleep. It just really is super restorative for the legs, the feet. And it also is very, very restorative for the nervous system and the mind. So really, truly allowing the entire body and mind to release a little bit before going to bed. And as you're here, you're just breathing comfortably, so not forcing anything with the breath, with the breathing, but just allowing the breath to be nice and smooth, nice and comfortable. And you can stay here if you want. If you want to add on a little bit more to this pose, you can draw the feet together, coming into a variation of Supta Baddha Konasana, except with the legs on the wall. And allow the knees to just fall to either side. No pressure here with the knees. Just let them fall. And again, palms can rest wherever they want, wherever it feels good. So these poses that we do before we go to sleep, right? They should feel good. They should feel relaxing. So if they don't, you need to ease out of them a little bit more. So find a comfortable way to keep your legs. If this is too much, you can straighten them again. That's really no problem. This is just allowing the hips to release a little. So before we were letting the legs get rejuvenated and restored, this is letting the hips release a little bit as well. We'll take a few more deep breaths here. Allow the body, the mind to soften into this pose. Take one more breath here. And we're slowly going to straighten back up, coming back into legs up the wall for a moment. And then when you're ready, bend the knees. And we're going to slowly make our way back up into a comfortable seat. So those are two ways to do legs up the wall. I love doing those before going to bed. As I told you before, I teach that to my kids before we do our bedtime routine, and they just absolutely love it. So I hope this was helpful for you. Thank you for joining me. Again, my name is Manisha. Be well.